Good evening. Welcome to the Professor Maima show. Hope you're doing well on this Monday. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. So a long time ago, this for the young Gen Zs, the year 2002. That time I was 21 years. Me and my friends here in Nairobi. It was the New Year to 2003, New Year's Eve for 2003. That's a long time ago, nearly 21 years ago. I just remembered I was 21 and that was 21 years ago. So we went to town. We were 10 guys. Went to town and then we CBD. It was around 8 p.m. And then we walked at night. We walked along when you're going those sides of Museum Hill. So when that street that is going to Museum Hill, where they have built those. It's called what, the super highway station. Just there, the Museum Hill. There used to be up there near the museum, the real museum. There used to be a small club whereby you could roast meat. Went there and roasted some goat meat. And you wonder how these young men that time were university where we got the money. We did what is called harambe. We raised funds together. These days the young Gen Zs call them, I don't know, crowdfunding or something like that. We pulled resources together. Went to that club, had roasted meat. It was on Museum Hill. Went to Kengeles. There used to be Kengeles on Museum Hill. I think when they were building those skyscrapers, they demolished it. We had some great musicians, the Logombas. I remember those Logombas who had hits like Vuta Pums and all the rest. They had a live performance for the New Year's Eve at Kengeles. After that, we went back to town. It was around after midnight, 2 p.m. It's the New Year's Eve. People are celebrating. Went to CBD on Koinange Street because just wanted to see what goes on. You know, Koinange Street is a very famous street here in Kenya. Young men were singing all the drama. It was F2, wanted to enter F2, but it was really full. So we walked around. We ended up at a club on Moi Avenue. I think it was Tribeca. Went there, sat there until morning. At least I think 6 a.m. That's when we took public transport. So we call them matatus vans to different places. So that is back in the early 2000. That's what I'm saying. Bring back Kenyan nightlife. Bring back Kenyan nightlife. So the reason I've given this short story for the Kenyan Gen Zs is because in the early 2000, from the 90s to the early 2000, 2008, 2010, nightlife in the CBD was the best. Clubs were there, the F2s, they have told you about, Kengeles, Tribeca, other clubs on River Road, downtown. But those ones in the River Road were for the tough guys. We got there, it was just crazy. And who doesn't forget from 2008, it was called the strip clubs. Remember, it was just it was the greatest, craze in Kenya. People are just doing those strip clubs. I think they had copied them from America. Applebee's, I don't know what. So those clubs used to get full until they were saying like those dancers per night, on average, each one of them was making something to do with the $200. That's 20,000 shillings per night. That's then because of those crazy things. I'm just saying, for example. But now these days everything has moved online. Go to TikTok. I don't even want to talk to it because this is a PG, parental guidance. So you see, that's what I'm saying. Bring back Kenyan nightlife. The Kenyan nightlife is dead. Also here in Nairobi and other major cities. I've been to Nakuru, I've seen the nightlife. I've been to Eldoret, I've seen the nightlife. Where else? Narok town, I've seen the nightlife. So that's what I'm talking about. When you look at the nightlife changed in Kenya after the corona, those curfews, so people started drinking in their houses. When they loosened the restrictions, people started drinking in their neighborhood clubs, in neighborhood pubs, which have now become clubs. So people are enjoying in their home areas, which is okay. But the CBD is now dying, isn't it? But now the problem now in the home areas is a lot of noise pollution. Some estates you think you cannot sleep at night, too much noise. I was living in an estate there in Eastlands. You could not sleep at night because next door there used to be a big club. I think these days still there, making so much noise, you can't sleep. People have children, you understand? But if clubs are in the CBD, then there's nothing like noise pollution. I don't know, big crime in the neighborhood, young people being exposed to bad things. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Bring back Kenyan nightlife. It was very vibrant in the 90s and early 2000s. Great clubs. We had people, it's called the nighttime economy. People who hawk their things. Here we call them hawkers. And then they were selling all types of things at night. Also other vendors. So it was not even sleeping. Fast forward 2010, I go to town after attending a rugby match. This is called Safari 7. It's a big rugby extravaganza in Nairobi, Kenya. So it was around, can we say, 11 p.m. at night. I reached the CBD. It was very active. People were walking all over. You think it's daytime. Try now, the year 2024. Go on a weekend, Saturday, CBD. There's no one. Even that clubs that used to be at Kenya Cinema, they are already dead. Kenya Cinema, Nairobi Cinema. Maybe you hear a few noise, but they're dying. Moi Avenue, no clubs. We have Tomboya Street. Those clubs have been replaced, I don't know, with hotels, restaurants, exhibitions. You understand? Now, someone may ask, how do you bring back Kenyan nightlife? You bring back Kenyan nightlife by, first of all, observing some few things. Number one, the transport. You see, the reason people stopped going to the CBD is because of this thing called Akoblo. So if you're from outside Kenya, Akoblo is that there's a gadget they copied from the America, USA, whereby the stupid will blow in it. If your alcoholic content is above the limit, you are arrested. But it doesn't mean, they are saying even if you take one beer, you blow in it, it means it shows red. You need to be, you are charged in court. It was already harassing people. So people started now what? Escaping from town, going back to their estates. So first of all, look at the transport. I've always talked about commuter transport. We need an integrated commuter transport within CBD and neighboring counties, Ukambaniland, Masailand, and other counties, Kiambu, you name it, so that you can stay in town even until even the last train can be leaving at midnight. So that will mean many people stay late. Then also buses, high capacity buses that can go even until 2 p.m. After midnight. Is it 2 p.m. or 2 a.m.? Yeah, something like that. Past midnight, 2 a.m. or something like that. So now, that's what I'm talking about. Then you have security. Our police force should be police service. Let's say, from now I'm using the word police service, so that our police service, they should be well equipped. They're moving on bicycles, motorcycles, and cars, so that they patrol easily. So when police officers are walking, are on foot, instead for them to even chase a robber. These days, most robbers are on motorcycles. That's they used to get away. But if police are on motorcycles or on bicycles or even better on cars, they can chase those people. And even their cars are in good condition. Not those old Mahindras used to see. In Kenya, have seen things, boy. So that's what I'm saying. This is motto. The transport has to be taken care of. Rail transport, buses, then security also is good. And then also, I also talk about these things of industries. We see, we should also decongest Nairobi so that we also have industrial parks outside Nairobi in the neighboring counties, Ukambaniland, Masailand, other areas, so that also other satellite towns grow up. Where you can be having clubs in those commercial industrial parks. Because I'm suspecting an industrial park like the one in Tatu City. I don't know, Tatu City is in Eastern Province, something like that. With time, it will grow its own town. Now, that town can be well arranged. There's place for entertainment, there's residential areas. So it's not that everything is just congested in one place. People know that this is residence, no noise. They know the places for clubs. That's one thing that Nairobi misses, or the capital city of Kenya. Everything is just mixture, chaos. And now chaos has been brought into the residence, where there are noises, clubs even being closed. So transport, number one, security, number two, and then also develop, decongest Nairobi. Let's have other industrial parks, industrial towns. In fact, the word is industrial towns outside Nairobi. Ukambani land, Masai land. And the reason I say this is because Kenya has a very young, the majority of Kenyans are below 35, the Gen Zs. And they don't know that. You know, the Gen Zs, they make me laugh. When they went to the street, they were saying they want to be supported by millennials. Which millennials? People be above 40 in this country are on the decline. In fact, there are very few. The numbers are low. Majority of people who are 70% are below 35. You are the country. Kenya is Gen Zs, and Gen Zs are Kenyans. They don't know that. If they wanted to put their own age group into power, they'll put. But because Kenyan politics is so tribal, they need a custodian. It can be the current President Ruto, it can be Gachagua, it can be Raila, you name it. They need to look for a custodian, someone who can put their vision. Because in this thing of entertainment is a dollar billion industry. You have the DJs, you have the clubs, you have the dancers, you have the musicians, you have the marketers, you have people who sell alcohol, you have people who do all kinds of entertainment, you have security, the bouncers. You know, this chaos in Kenya, where let's say people, anyone who's bigger and strong, you make them a bounce. They need to be trained how they act in clubs, because these are customers. You want that customer to go, to come back, and also to go and call other customers. But can you go to a club whereby you're just harassed, beaten? And that's why most clubs are collapsing. There used to be a club known as Carnival. It's still going down. We've heard the stories of harassment that was in the newspapers. That's why people don't go to that club. A club has to look at customer care. Your security bouncers should know the people are drunk, what, you treat them well. You treat them, you want them with compassion, and also you treat them, in fact, the word is professional. You don't go beating up a customer. If you have a kiosk and you beat up a customer, you won't come back. You want that customer to go out and come with another one. And another time come with another one and another one. So that this club becomes big. Like back in the early 2000s or 90s, there used to be this club known as, what can you say, F2. They had good bouncers, they were friendly, they treated their customers well. So that club, anyone who came from outside would ask for F2 on Koinange Street. It was on top of a petrol station. I once visited that club back in the day when I was young. You know, when you were young, when you were below 35, us were millennials, but Gen Z. So in this Gen Z, now you say Gen Z. When we are in this below 35, Gen Z age, there's things we do, we just die with the secrets. But those who are how the entertainment was there in the city of Nairobi. So bring back the Kenyan nightlife. So this is the Professor Maima show. You who's watching me, I want to pray for you that you have a long life and that your dreams become a reality and you become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. So maybe you want a good job, that's a reality. You want to get money to start a business, that's a reality. You want to travel out of this country, that's a reality. You want to get a scholarship, that's a reality. You want to build that flat complex, that's a reality. You want to acquire your first piece of land and build your own homestead, that's a reality. And also, you want all your ventures to be successful, that's a reality. Also pray for myself to get big money, to build the biggest technological university in Africa and worldwide, so that we can train these young Gen Zs to become future entrepreneurs and also to provide quality jobs for them, which earn them big money, and also to produce a product that can be used here in Kenya, Africa, and worldwide, and also to earn myself big money and also the Kenyan government. That's my prayer. Amen. So if you have liked what I've said on this channel, please send something on this mobile number +254 769 729 327. I repeat again, mobile M-Pesa +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, kwaheri ya kuonana, kwaheri.